Everyone's always talking about, 8K, massive video walls.
Hmm.
But in the real world, the professional AV world, the real hero is often the little box that just stops the show from completely falling apart.
Absolutely.
So today we're looking at the Kramer VP-439. It's a digital scaler from HDTV Supply, and it's basically a bridge between, like, the dusty past and the high-def present.
It really is. It solves that
The
classic square peg in a round hole problem.
Yeah.
You've got this new boardroom projector, but someone walks in with, I don't know, a 10-year-old laptop or even a VCR.
And this box, it runs about $950, is designed to make sure that old gear actually, works. I was looking at the back, and you've got HDMI, obviously, but also that old 15-pin VGA.
For legacy PCs, yeah.
Yeah.
And even composite video, that little yellow RCA jack.
Which is where most setups just fail, right?
Totally. You can't just plug that into a modern screen. The VP-439 isn't just a switch. The real value is in its ProScale technology.
Okay, I wanted to ask about that. A cheap adapter just passes a signal through, and you get a fuzzy, stretched-out image.
Exactly. A passive adapter just dumps the signal. This device, it actually rebuilds the video. It scales it up or down to match the native resolution of your display.
So 1080p, WUXGA, whatever it is.
Right. It's doing proper pixel mapping so that muddy analog signal actually looks crisp and fills the screen correctly.
Now, speaking of the output, I saw something a little weird in the specs. It's an HDMI signal, but it uses a DVI-I connector.
Yeah, that does look a bit retro. But electrically, DVI and HDMI are basically siblings. They carry the exact same digital video data.
So why use the old connector?
The DVI connector lets you screw it in. It locks physically.
Yeah.
And HDMI can just wiggle loose, which you do not want in a permanent install.
That makes a lot of sense. So beyond just scaling, this thing has a ProcAmp built in. That sounds very professional.
It's basically Photoshop for live video.
Yeah.
You can adjust brightness, contrast, color, all of that.
So you're not just scaling a bad image, you're fixing it first.
You're correcting it, which is critical if you're trying to, say, read text from an old document camera.
And what about audio? Because syncing analog audio is usually a complete nightmare.
It is. This takes the audio from the little 3.5 millimeter or RCA jacks and embeds it right into that digital stream. But the killer feature is the lip sync delay.
Oh.
I mean, all this video processing takes time, maybe 30 milliseconds. If the audio went through instantly, it would be noticeably out of sync.
So this box just delays the audio just enough to match.
Just enough. It's that little detail that makes it enterprise grade.
And it's clearly meant for that world. I see it supports RS-232 and Ethernet for control.
For sure. You can manage it from a Crestron system, or it has its own web page you can log into. You don't have to run to the classroom to switch inputs.
But for the user in the room, there's that auto-switching feature. That's where it just finds the signal.
Yeah, it detects the last connected active signal. So if someone unplugs their laptop, it doesn't just show a blue screen.
It just finds the next live source.
Immediately. It keeps the presentation moving. No one has to touch a thing.
I also notice it's pretty compact.
Very. You can fit two of them side by side in a single 1U rack space. Saves a ton of room.
I know, looking at what people are saying, it's holding a 4.7-star rating. And one thing that jumped out wasn't just the hardware, but the support from HDTV Supply.
And that's a huge factor at this price. You're not just buying the box, you're buying the support for when things go wrong. Being able to get a real human on the phone is rare.
So at the end of the day, you have a device that acts as a universal translator. It cleans up dirty signals, and it automates the whole process.
And to make sure the technology never gets in the way of the actual meeting.
It's funny, we spend so much time chasing 4K and 8K, but sometimes the most valuable feature in a multi-million-dollar boardroom is just the ability to perfectly render a signal from 1998 so the meeting can actually start.
Compatibility. It's the ultimate luxury.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.